Hello there, my Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising signs. How are you today? I am your reader, at least for now. Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and apparently I'm a YouTuber now. Oh, no one rises from ashes quite the way I do. So welcome aboard. If you are new to my channel, my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. I got a lot of info in my box below. That's not too much of an entendre. You know, I blessed the decks. I was ready to do this, and it's right before I hit record. Landscapers, leaf blowers, trimmers, you know, they have that thing that trims the edge and like grinds against the stone of the sidewalk. Oh, it's melodious. So I took some time out, I meditated, I prayed. So I'm actually in a better place, right? Everything is here to help us, right? Everything that happens, whether we like it or not. So, and that's kind of what these readings are for. These what do I need readings for this new moon to full moon next, particularly a waxing cycle, is to begin to really integrate the fifth dimensional perspective, right? Unity consciousness, currently called fifth dimensional awareness, fifth dimensional consciousness, is that, you know, we're all one and the divine is in charge and our personalities aren't, so that everything that comes to us is here to help us evolve, become the best that we can be, and be the best quantum variant versions of ourselves possible, right? So it's up to us whether or not we want to play along, and hence a what do I need reading, right? Instead of where am I on the path, and where is my soulmate, and how do I get rid of this twin flame, and, you know, how do I open a chakra without a rib spreader, right? Instead, to kind of just go really simply to the divine and say, hey, what do I need? What do I need today? What do I need tomorrow? If they even tell you, usually just, what do I need today? But in a reading like this, we're going to look at what do you need as the Cancerian sun, moon, rising sign for this new moon to full moon next, so from October into November. Now, by the way, I'm making these relatively quick, which for me, I'm a numerological cell number 3, which means a communicator. Check it on. I never fucking talk about anything forever. I used to do Sunday morning services for years. I'd walk in there with 2 words and do 2 hours. Right? So please check your sun, moon, and rising sign so that you get pieces, because not every reading is gonna resonate with everybody. I really ask the gods, the guides, the masters, the higher selves of all involved to tune me to those who really need the messages, right? So it's so funny. Even something as simple as what do I need read, people will thumbs down. It's like, well, bitch, that ain't your read, right? Go look at another one. Oh, whatevs. So let's do this, right? Like I said, I already prayed, I meditated. My guidance, my grace is a-flowing. So let's do this. We're going to take one card from 5 different decks, my usual, right? Like the usual suspects. They're all in the description box at the bottom. This is the Caroline Myss archetype, and we're going to get for you first from the collective pantheons. What archetype, you know, you need to focus on. Like, what do I need? I need to look at how to evolve, how to alchemize the shadow power of a particular archetype into its light, its lead into gold. Cool, cool. Take a deep breath. Here we go. My pantheons, my collective pantheons, please. One card in clarity for this Cancerian sun, moon, rising sign for this new moon to full moon next. What is the archetype that they need to look at, to focus on, to alchemize, to heal, to embrace the shadow, to bring it into light? Oh, I feel ya. It's this one for this new moon to full moon next. We've got the healer. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, some of you are loving that. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And if it's the martyr, you're like, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, right? The healer. So there's stuff written on my card I will read once I get the other 4 cards out. Because I've just learned, even with my own readings, I do this for myself pretty much every day. I mean, if not every day, at least 3 or 4 times a week, just to kind of do, what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? And if I start making assumptions by the first card down, by the time the last card comes down, I have to go back. So I've just learned that for myself. So let's ask the angels now with the Doreen Virtue Healing with the Angels Oracle. My angels, please, one card in clarity for this Cancerian sun, moon, rising sign, this new moon to full moon next. What do they need? Considering we're at the healer archetype, which is very much needed in the world right now. What a power to alchemize and work with. So please, my angels, What say you? What do they need for this new moon to full moon next? Forgiveness. There is no healing without forgiveness, says Course in Miracles, and really. But it's all about your version of forgiveness too. Like we were raised, I was raised with a version of forgiveness that does not work, right? Be the bigger person, forgive them, yeah, but there's nothing heals, right? Nothing heals at all in that, so much as it is, it's like, oh, this happened, past or present, this happened or this is happening to make me better somehow. I don't have to like it. No one said we have to like, oh, yay. I mean, we can be enthusiastic about it. This sucks ass, yay, right? But you know, in retrospect, you can look back and go, oh my God, that was totally scripted. It was in the divine plan. I was chosen to play this role, and that scenario had to play out that way in order for me to learn, to heal, to grow, to evolve, and fulfill my role in the divine plan. In other words, play your role, right? Play your role. So let's ask the gods about this. Shall we, my gods? Please, one card in clarity for this Cancerian collective. Sun, moon, rising sign for this new moon to full moon next. What do they need? Considering the collective pantheons say the healer archetype, the angels say forgiveness. So my gods, Hera in particular, what say you actually? Hestia, Hera, Hecate, what do you say? Oh, well, the Aries card. Now, yes, this can involve an Aries individual, someone with the, you know, Aries energy, cardinal fire, but, you know, this card is first house, the self. So this is, you know, what do you need? You need to do yourself. You need to do you. Good time to be single if you are. Like, really good time to be unattached if you are, because healing and forgiveness of yourself, right? But again, let's wait until that last card is down. But that's what this is feeling. It's like if you're sort of feeling isolated, you know, crabbies, y'all can do that. You can go in like the hermit crab, or, you know, just inside your shell. Turn within. Please, with Mercury retrograde coming in Scorpio, like Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, and I think Venus is, yeah, Mercury and Venus usually travel closely together. What a huge time of embracing the shadow, even though it's waxing moon. Like the shadow waits on lunar astrology to pop up. Now, it can get you every day of the week, every hour of the day, right? So, yeah, heal you, love you, forgive you. And how do you forgive you? Well, let's see what else hits the table. My masters. Oh, you're just a giggling and a smirking over there. Please, one card in clarity for this Cancerian collective. Sun, moon, rising sign. For this new moon to full moon next. What do they need, considering we've got the healer, forgiveness, and the Aries card, the Maiden of Flames? What say you about this? What do they need? This new moon to full moon next. Romance. So to forgive romance, right? Tricky. Like I said, if you are single, and what do you need? You need some romance. Well, with that forgiveness card there and that Aries card there with healer, that you might possibly have some romantic issues, wounds, right? Emotional baggage. You are Cancerians. Some feelings about that need to be embraced and loved, not acted on necessarily. No keying of cars, no poisoning of wells, my darlings. So much as it is like, okay, because if there is romance in your life, what is that forgiveness about? What is that healing about? Then it's about using the romance that is in your life, or conversely, not happening in your life right now, to heal, right? Regardless of the situation. Let, you know, our relationships, the Course in Miracles actually says the gates of heaven are entered 2 by 2. Not that you need your soulmate to make it through, but it's like, how else do our really deep personal issues get triggered? And not just romantic, but that's what we're looking at right here. So maybe this is even saying that as you forgive romance and forgive through romance, you can be like, okay, this is the way this fucker's scripted. All right, well, then it's like a video game. Well, I'm going to love you unconditionally, but that doesn't mean I put up with unconditional bad behavior, mind you. But I'm doing this for me. I'm loving you for my evolution. I'm doing this for my evolution, so you go do whatever you want. I'm forgiving you in advance, which is really a master's position. But let's ask the higher selves, of all involved with the Whispers of Love Oracle, which I love, and I think it always just gives that perfect period at the end of the sentence. So please, higher selves of all involved, would you please? One card of clarity for this Cancerian collective, sun, moon, rising sign for this new moon to full moon next, considering the collective pantheons of all y'all say the healer, right? The angels say forgiveness, the gods say Aries, the masters say romance. What say you higher selves of all involved for this Aries collective? Sun, moon, rising sign for this new moon to full moon next. This card always makes me laugh. Turn on your hot light. And now the millennials are like, what is he singing? It's a Neil Diamond song. If you haven't seen the movie E.T., my past life son, I don't think, has seen E.T. He had never seen Clue. So I had to initiate him into the movie of Clue and the genius that is and was Madeline Kahn. Flames! Flames on the sides of my face. Quite literally, flames on the sides of her face. So turn on your heart light. Let's go through these from left to right. So we've got the healer archetype, right? Every archetype is light and shadow, lead and gold. So the goal, right, the purpose of even understanding archetypes is understanding we have shadow powers within our soul contracts that we need to heal. So we're going to look at the light first. Like, let's start off on the light foot, Gordon. Light attribute. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. And that's your own as well. Like, not just other people. Like, yes, I am a healer. I am a spiritual counselor. I will still take a hands-on healing client every now and again. But now that I'm working out at my house, it's like, my massage table is now for personal use only, right? I'm really good at it. I can shift energy. I can chant and all that stuff. But really, my role as a healer, spiritual counseling, and I do it every day, and I don't get paid for all of it. I do a lot of pro bono because a lot of it are just people I love, right? People in my small but slowly widening circle of friends and family. So it's like they come to me. It's like I'm the shaman in the tribe, and that way, tribe of freaks that we are. But mostly it's my own healing. Like, I'm as a healer, and I have the healer archetype Chronos, which means lifelong. All right, I came in to heal. Oh, the story of my birth alone was all about helping people heal. Wait for my book to come out, The Path of True Love. That's in there. This is about me being my #1 client. So keep that in mind. Who you gonna heal if you ain't healing? How you gonna love somebody? Can I get an amen? Thank you, Saint RuPaul. So we get that, right? It's like wanting to repair, having this innate soul power and a passion for healing others and repairing ourselves as well as we go. Shadow attribute, taking advantage of those who need help. Failing to care for oneself. Now, Cancerians, my mother's a Cancerian. I grew up with that thing of her finding that balance between self-care before self-care was in the colloquial. I wasn't in the colloquial language when I was a kid with cavemen, and our texting was bleeding on rocks and hucking it into the neighboring cave. No, she would borderline on martyr sometimes. We all did. That was the role of the divine feminine for thousands of years, taking care of others at the expense of. But, she learned how to balance that. She learned how to walk away from toxicity. She learned how to make her way through being a Cancerian woman, cardinal water, creative water, and giving birth to her creativity over and over and over again, right? So that healer archetype, that makes sense. And with forgiveness, look, forgiveness is really about seeing differently. It's about seeing things from a different perspective. In my opinion, though, I have prayed for help to forgive things within myself, within things that have happened in my life. And look, for the role of Mark A. Lyons that this soul was chosen to play, what a shit show every now and again. Sometimes it seems more now than again. But in retrospect, even when I pray to forget, like, help me forgive this, it's always about me seeing it differently, and that's what asking for a miracle is. And remember, if Course in Miracles was called The Course in Forgiveness, maybe 5 people would have read it. But it is miraculous how you ask the spirit, the soul, the higher power, and the ego eventually relinquishes its point of view, because it is third dimensional illusion of separation consciousness moving into, or if you like, healing through forgiveness into fifth dimensional unity consciousness. Oh, this has happened for me. Everything that's happening, even the stuff that I want that I don't have yet, because if it hasn't come in yet, it would be a distraction from what's going on, what's on your plate right now, that the gods, the angels, the masters, the higher selves are saying work on that, right? And that's why that's the focus really can be on you. And what you need is to work on you, to heal you, because this romantic card, I know it sounds lame and cliche, oh, being a romance with yourself, but if there is that self-love part of it, it is like having a romance with yourself. But then it's also about getting that romance is a brilliant vehicle for what? Healing and forgiveness, because no one's going to live up to our ideal, right? At least not in this current patterning, where it's more about us becoming the best that we can be and showing up 100% in a romantic situation. And how do we do that? By turning on our heart light, letting it shine wherever we go, letting it make a happy glow for all the world to see. Ouch. Elliot. Turn on your heart light. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love, right? And that does sort of indicate, even with this romantic card, that, you know, the initial romance, the high of like the Two of Cups, right? Because, oh, it's the soulmate card. Not necessarily, Brenda. It's that it's an attraction. It's like you don't know each other yet, but it is certainly the beginning of an attraction, the beginning of a contract, twin flame, soulmate, true lover. Who knows? All you can do is take the path. So what you need is to turn on your heart light, to look at those moments in romance that were where really you felt the love. But I'm going to tell you, and this was hard one, the love that you feel and the love that you remember is the love you give. It's just true. Why? Because love is the divine substance that we are. It's who we are. You don't give love, you extend love and connect with that love that is you and the other person, and on and on and on, right? Really unity consciousness. So to summarize, if possible, so what do you need? You need to really focus on the healer archetype within yourself. Be the healer that you are. Shed the light. Do it silently if you need to. Cancerians, y'all are covert as fuck, and I love it, right? It's like, do it behind crab walls, right? Heal. Do it from your home. Pray. Send out healing. May all beings be blessed with all that they need to heal. May all the children be healed. May all children who are separated from their parents be reunited with loving parents, right? May the environment be healed. May the waters be healed. May the airs be healed. May the soil be healed. May the fire be healed. May all of politics be healed. That's more than a weekend's work, right? And most of all, may I be healed. May I receive what I need. And may I forgive. May I see clearly that everything that has ever happened that appears to happen to me happened for me, so that my soul can burst forth through this personality and transform this world, that I can live for this world and still, instead of waiting for this world to give me what I want. Because the spiritual path is not about getting what you want. The spiritual path is about you becoming who you came here to be, and life is going to have its way with you. So you might as well, right? You might as well what? Say, all right, this is my journey. This is about me. I was chosen, I was cast to play this role. Markangelo Lyons is the name of the character, and I love this kid. He's funny as fuck, and at 51 years old has a YouTuber career and purple hair. Rock on, right? So loving yourself, and then as romance comes and goes, right? Waxes and wanes like weather and bloat, you can kind of say, you know what, there are times where it's going to suck, there's going to be times when it's going to be great, but I'm going to turn on my heart light. I am going to really open my heart chakra, the anahata, and you can do that really in private by going, whatever it is we're feeling in there, Mr., Mrs. Hart, Ms. Hart, Frank Hart, F. Hart, I love you. I love you. I love you. And if we're not ready for romance and we want romance, we're getting ready for romance. So whatever we're going through right now is happening for us to get ready for romance. We don't have to like it, but we can certainly get enthusiastic about it and be like, well, all right then show me what I need. What can I do? So Cancerians, perhaps you're getting ready for a real divine romance to come into your life, but you know, you have to lay down the energy patterning first. And how do you do that? By anchoring the light, right? By being the love, by turning on your heart light. So my darling Cancerians, thank you so much for your time. Please like and subscribe. Please go check out my description box. I really go over that thing with a fine-tooth comb every single time I make a new series. There's lots of cool info on there. And if you are new to my channel, please do like and subscribe. My numbers are going up. I'm looking forward to getting 1,000 subscribers so that I can do super live chat, because I think that would just be fun. Interacting with you all like that could be just a fucking hoot. Because I already do that in my Facebook group, Words of Grace. And it's a lot of fun. Words of Grace by Mark A. Lyons, based on the book Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, all on my website, DrawingTheCircle.com. Pluggity plug plug plug. You don't mind, do you, Cancerians? Of course you don't. Why? Because I'm good at what I do, and I'm cute, and I got purple hair, and I love you. Thank you so much for your time, and may the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising signs be blessed with all that they need this new moon to full moon next, to be, to heal, to love, to forgive, to love themselves, to be as romantic as fuck, and turn on their heart light for the well-being of all. That I am now. I am making that blessing for them now, for the well-being of all. And so it is. Cool, cool. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.